podcast on 13 Ghost TV.
That's awesome.
Two Ghost Podcast. What up? It's your boy Chad O. Out here in LA. Trying to get along with the subway. Thank you, Valencia, but I'm about to head on the train heading to Madrid. I'm telling about Two Ghost Podcast on 13 Ghost TV. Like, subscribe, and send us some messages. I don't hablo mucho español, but I'm doing the best I can. Peace.
Thank you. How are you?
Doing quite well, man. Doing awesome.
This
doing
is just
awesome.
Awesome. Welcome back. But they don't know that. Make it sound like we did something very interesting. How about you? You were doing a lot of stuff.
I've been a pretty busy dude.
Pretty handy.
Take these shit off.
You don't need your glasses.
No, I don't need my glasses. It's amazing, like what we said before. Like amazing what I need my glasses for. To open this.
Yeah.
Because this episode is brought to you by the folks at Squirrel. Do I have this right? No. Let me turn it this way.
Camera's here.
Squirrel.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter whiskey. Thank you so much. Pause for the promo.
Yeah. Not a shameless plug at all.
Not one at all.
I thought it was a great idea because at the last Super Bowl, we had the pleasure of being at your friends, the Recovery Room, and we had peanut butter whiskey.
Yes,
then.
we did.
So inaugurally, we will have it again.
Mm-hmm. This is a different one. This one's a lot stronger.
Wow.
Of peanut butter flavor.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, more peanut butter.
More peanut butter flavor than the other one. Yeah, the other one was a hint.
Where's this made? Where's these guys
It's in
from?
Chicago.
Okay. Oh, speaking of Chicago.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to Chicago this week.
When?
Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm going to Chicago. Wow.
But before you go, let them know what we're doing.
This is Two Bros Podcast, episode, what are we, 121? 122.
122.
122.
Dot. If it's wrong, we'll correct it.
We'll correct it.
Because we've been busy. Sorry, that shit happens.
Yeah. Well, with the snow, the Super Bowl.
Oh, by the way, February
comes with treats.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Some chocolate.
Ghirardelli's.
Some chocolate. Happy Valentine's Day.
Cheers. Peanut butter and chocolate. Wow, we're just having a
all decadence.
Great.
All decadence. Check your diabetes though after.
Yeah. Mighty funny how the foot goes a little numb when you have too much.
I know, when you get a little.
When I eat a lot of salts, for sure my foot goes like numb.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like when I'm cooked, like even today I made breakfast, Valentine's breakfast, had some strawberries and whipped cream.
Oh, look at you.
French toast on brioche bun, all this crazy. Make my son look like a hero to his girl, you know.
Oh really?
Yeah, he can't cook for shit.
You made him look like a hero though.
Well, he came up and put
stuff on a plate.
Yeah.
And presented it.
Yeah, exactly. Cheated.
He did the 10%.
He cheated.
He did the 10%.
Cheater. Yeah, what was you saying? You said.
No, I was saying I forgot what I was going to say, but I was going to say you're a very sentimental, romantic motherfucker.
I'm not into the Valentine's Day per se.
No, I'm with you on there.
Yeah, because I don't like the Hallmark stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I don't like the Hallmark. Plus, you and I are fortunate because both of our wives, your wife's birthday was last week.
Yep.
And my wife's birthday was a couple days ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago, yeah.
So we kind of like get to like celebrate that and not have to worry about like some other...
No 2 for 1.
Yeah, not come back 4 days later and say, well, you don't love me. Well, God damn it, we just had dinner at a great place and I just made you something and, you know, I painted your toes and all that stuff.
What'd you do for T's birthday?
Went to actually lunch. Had a lunch date.
Cool place?
Yes, we went to Nick's out in Rockville Center.
Oh.
Got ourselves some nice brick oven pizza and some calamari and some classic Caesar salad. So some of the basic stuff.
Oh,
you know, some of the basics. And we went tile shopping. Shopping for tiles.
In the midst of a birthday.
Yes. How romantic.
How romantic. Sometimes you just got to get it done.
Yes.
To get it done.
Yes.
We took the wife for her birthday. Went to my buddy Sneed the Great. Shout out to Sneed the Great. The barber opened a restaurant in your neighborhood, in East Meadow. Actually.
Okay.
called Nouveau Kitchen.
Okay, I gotta check that place
Right
out.
on Hempstead. It's fantastic.
So, where in Hempstead Turnpike? On Hempstead Turnpike?
Right on Hempstead, yes. Right
Okay.
on Hempstead. I'll send you the address to it, or you just type in Nouveau Kitchen.
Okay.
It's right in that little mall where there's like a bunch of restaurants and stuff in there. It's like a little restaurant plaza.
Is it? Do you pass? So you pass Nassau Coliseum.
Yes.
You're in the East Meadow shopping area. The one
You're right past the
that's the hospital.
yes. Once
Okay.
you pass the hospital. It's
Okay.
on the left-hand
So
side.
it's in that. Okay. Okay.
Yep, you pass the hospital. Once you pass the burger place, so we went to
Yes.
Burger City.
Burger City. Yes.
Once you pass Burger City, it's coming up on your left-hand side.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
right there. Yeah, very, very, very nice ambiance. He does some live music now. You know,
Okay.
he's got live band in there the other night, which was, watching the Instagram feeds. Yeah, we had a great time. You know, we booked it normal. You know, no friend, no hookup, no.
Right,
You know,
right.
just told him I was coming. You
Right.
know. And he does a great job. I mean, he's a barber by day and then runs his restaurant,
Okay.
at night. He
Good for
talks to
him.
everybody. He gets out there, and it's a nice, elegant place.
Okay.
Why the fuck do people? He has rules there where it's like no jackets hanging over the chair. Like
Okay.
he really tries
Okay.
to keep it up.
Tries to keep it upscale.
But you can't take niggas nowhere. Niggas just gotta have these guys with the pants falling down and the Balenciaga shoes. You have to see them wearing it, and guys are just over dramatic, like they're mafia guys at a restaurant. It was just so weird. Like that kind of thing takes away from it.
It does take away from it, and it also takes away from what he's trying to do. Because it seems
Yeah.
like, just from your brief description, he's just trying to create a nice place, a little bit upscale.
Yeah.
So you gotta put on some nice clothes.
Yeah, I wore a suit.
to go there.
I put a suit on.
You know.
I told the wife, "Look, get dressed." So it gave us an excuse to get dressed anyway.
Right.
And then, just there's some people that just love that ghetto fabulousness. You know.
Well, some people think that when you go to Applebee's, you're stepping it up. So, unfortunately,
yes.
they can't get away from Applebee's. They can't get away from the notion that, hey, some shit ain't
Red
just ain't
Lobster,
Applebee's.
you know,
Yeah,
Red Lobster's-
exactly. It's
not an upscale restaurant,
Yeah,
buddy.
it's not. You're not upscale. You settle for Applebee's.
Yeah.
There's nothing around. Like, shit, I'm starving. All right, fuck it. We'll go to Applebee's and I'll get it.
Yeah, not all places that bring you your food are, just because there's a waiter and a waitress doesn't make it upscale. True indeed. But shout out to Nouveau Kitchen. They do a fantastic job. If you
Looking
haven't
forward
seen
to it. I
go
think
check
I'll
it out.
add that to the.
You can go online, look at the menu. It's a little different. It's a little bit more Caribbean.
Okay.
Which you don't get out on the island a lot of.
No, there are not that many Caribbean places on the
Yeah.
island. At least upscale Caribbean places.
Right, there
Right.
you go. So you can buy
You got
jerk
the co-
hut,
you got the
can
corner
get
spots.
Right, and you got all those golden crusts and reefs, and
Right.
all those things. But it's a nice place. I really had a good time. We really enjoyed ourselves. I had a jerk ribeye steak.
Really?
Yes.
I've had one at another spot. It was, it was nice, but it wasn't jerk. Like, if I see the name jerk, there's like a specific taste that I want to
Yes.
get.
Yeah, I want that char from the grill.
Yes.
I want the flame.
You want
I
that
want it-
flame.
Yep.
You want that little ting. You want that little thing that hits your nose. And
This had that, and it had some like a mango chimichurri sauce on it. Or some
Okay.
kind of really good. Really, I have no complaints. We'll definitely go back and definitely recommend.
worth a checkout.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then we all chipped in to get her a electric start for her car, a remote start.
Oh, remote start?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's been dying for one for years because I have it on my car. She, it's like really, like you show off, but such a luxury when it comes to weather like this, when it's
Yeah, when it's really cold.
oh man, when it's
You love it. Like, there's like 6 weeks out of the year in which it's
yeah.
at least up here in the Northeast, in which it's valuable.
Comes in handy, and it comes in handy like when you. My car's older. I have mine my truck is a 07, so my truck needs to warm up. Like
Yeah.
it needs to really get glug 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 glug
Right.
glug. It
You
gets
get all
one-
the juices flowing. and
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Once that happens, it rides great.
Uh-huh.
So we finally got her that, and
Nice.
done. Birthday done.
Nice. Well, happy birthday, Keish.
Yeah. And mother-in-law's birthday was the other day too.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, hers is the same day as T's, I think.
The
If I'm not
12th?
mistaken. Yes.
The 12th?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Me neither. I knew, but I didn't know. No, like
You knew something was like something's
Yeah.
supposed to be happening
supposed to be
today.
doing something, and the wife texted me like, "Oh, mom wants bonefish for her birthday." I was like, "Oh, well, no problem," you
Yeah.
know. But I totally did not know it was, and I wasn't anticipating it. I was like, damn, you know. And she doesn't want to go out or anything like that.
She doesn't.
Nah, she's not into the being around people yet, you know.
Yeah, well.
So, needless to say, we are at the, I guess the 2 weeks helped because all the bullshit in D.C. and the White House has finally dissipated.
Yeah.
And those fuckers can get back to work now.
Hopefully they get back to work, unless they figure out something else. They decided that they're not going to impeach the president, so he's acquitted. So, okay, so now let's
get back to work.
You would think that would be the idea.
Yeah.
That the idea would be, okay, we presented our shit.
Right.
Democrats actually look kind of fucking stupid because...
Really dumb. Just egg on their face.
Just like, yeah, oh, wait a minute, that wasn't the whole video?
You know, I think everyone agrees that the man is an asshole. Mm-hmm. And he's, yeah, I think everybody says it the same way. I wouldn't have put it that way, but I get what he meant.
Yes.
He's that guy.
Yes.
He's the epitome of...
You got to explain after shit.
He's the epitome of that line. Like,
yes.
I wouldn't have said it that way, but I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Wow. And he manages to just do it all the time.
Yes.
Every time.
Yes.
Flawless victory. You go, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Hey, listen.
And all your supporters.
There's a lot to be said for just... like keeping a man's name in your mouth. Mm-hmm. And if you're always spitting somebody's name, you're kind of like giving that person maybe a little bit more credit than they should be getting. You know, other than doing kind of what you're supposed to be doing. We got a lot of shit to do. Everybody loves these pictures of, Kamala Harris getting to the White House and saying nothing about how she's going to govern.
Right.
But look how fly she is walking to the White House. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. I'm one of those guys. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't care. You can go there with a bunch of
popularity
fucking.
contest.
You can go there with a bunch of Walmart bags in the thing. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You got a job to do. I want you to do a good one.
Right.
If not, I'm gonna call you out on it.
Right. Well, yeah. Sad, or shallow is the thought of, people who just only see that.
We keep the bar low.
Yeah.
We keep the bar low.
It's true. It really sucks. It doesn't help anyone. I mean,
no, it doesn't help anyone whatsoever.
I mean, I'm curious as heck as to what the policies are going to be like. You guys can't... Almost equivalent to the... Okay, well, Barack's not here no more. So what? What are you going to do? What are you going to talk about now? Mm-hmm. And we kind of wanted that for the Trump campaign as well. We kept saying, "What are you guys doing?" And they started doing shit. They started like, "Okay, we're going to do this bill. We're getting out of this fucking thing. This deal sucks.
Yes,
let's go."
Yes.
And everybody's like, "Well, it's almost like they want a non-government.
Right?
They want
to not do something.
They want to not do something. They got 100 excuses why they can't do something,
right?
And none of the reasons why. Well, we don't like it because you said it.
Right.
Oh.
Exactly.
Well, is that it?
Right. And what's the counter to it? So give me the counter. What's the counter to it? And if the only counter is because this guy said it, okay, well, so you don't like the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the thing, that we do. So
I almost think that if they did present the idea of an anonymous voting, like you wouldn't be told who you were.
Right, yeah.
That would have changed a little bit.
What would happen if we just, like, when somebody said something, you just took, like, whoever they were, their name.
Yeah.
What's this? Chad Whitfield. And you just didn't have that D or R next to their name.
Yeah, I agree.
And that person just spoke, and this is what we're going to try to do.
Yeah.
Because of this, and then would you get on board with that? I almost guarantee you we would totally be flipping how we feel about some people because it's presented to you a certain way, so then you automatically think, okay, well, this person
it's
is
prepackaged. The idea is prepackaged.
Yeah.
I mean, you already have a preconceived notion of what this guy stands on without that letter, that initial in front of him, and that sucks. That's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. There's no point of the argument. I'm not going to listen to this guy. He's a Democrat. Why would I listen to him? He's got. So it doesn't matter what he says. He could have done his research. He could have gone and went and looked at all the textbooks and passed did the legal beagle work, and to get thwarted by his initial
by that R or D next to his name. Yeah,
boy, I think Trump I think his whole concept of breaking this whole thing up is brilliant. if they would only listen. They just went back to. They said, "No,
Right.
we're not ready for this yet.
Right.
We want to go back to the old way."
And that's the biggest problem I have with Democrats. Like if okay, he exposed some shit, and okay, we don't like the actor.
Right.
Okay, we don't like how he did it. All right, and some of the stuff he does, you can say was relatively nefarious.
Right.
All right, but he kind of exposed that there's a lot of bullshit going on.
Right.
And let's get rid of some of the bullshit,
Right.
and let's get back to governing.
The fact that it can happen.
Yes.
The fact that it was possible to happen.
Yeah.
That didn't wake you fuckers up. Like
Right.
they didn't pick that up and be like, "Wow, we're fucked up. We need to change this."
Well, a lot of people still don't accept the fact that Hillary Clinton lost. People still are on that. People still
Really?
haven't reconciled that because they think that Donald Trump hijacked
Yeah.
an election,
Yes.
that election.
Yes.
And so, you spent the whole time not acknowledging that, hey, you lost. Let's figure out why we lost.
Right.
Let's figure out maybe we're not connecting with people.
People, we don't have a big enough story.
Right.
To tell.
Maybe we're not. Maybe we're doing something wrong. Maybe we're not being genuine about how.
Yeah,
how
and we
people,
don't we don't have a pronounced agenda. Like
Yeah.
we have no agenda. To,
Right. That's that's
we have
another
no
thing.
plan. Like, what's the plan? Like,
You can't be anti something all the time. You have to be for something.
You gotta have the plan.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice. I mean, I think it'd be worth something if
Yeah.
you had a plan and how to figure this shit out. But
Yeah.
but my, people have lost their fucking minds.
People have lost their minds. There's a ton of shit. There's a ton of stupid shit. You see stupid shit all the time now. Like
It's out of control.
we're getting a little fucking.
I mean, the fact
crazy.
that there's a Viking running around that possibly a patriot, a Viking patriot. I mean,
Yeah.
not for nothing. He has a spot in Times Square waiting for him. He's got a
He's got a job. Yeah.
he's got a job
Yeah.
waiting for him. If he was smart, now he's
All cash.
But he's fasting because they don't have organic food in prison. This guy is in prison, and he's on a hunger strike because they don't have organic food. Some fucking Viking you are. Where the fuck did they get these guys? Did you not know this? Did you not
No,
hear
I
this
had
story?
to know.
Oh man,
No.
John, this guy is on a hunger strike because he feels that the food is processed food, and he won't eat it because he's an organic Viking. Meanwhile, you had a hornhead hat and a shawl, a beaver shawl, and face paintings, and you're organic. What kind of pussy Viking are you, man? This guy's a chump. Ain't no fucking Viking.
What did Guru say? You keep talking crime, but you scared of jail.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Perfect line for that guy. Wow.
This isn't organic.
Throwing trays back
This
at
isn't organic. What the hell is this?
government food, man. You're
This
in a
is,
government prison.
You ever see? Remember those Naked Gun movies?
Yes, love
The
it.
one when
Leslie Nielsen.
he goes to prison, and he like gets up in prison and says, "Hey, you call this slop? Real slop has chunks." And this Chateau LeBlanc 1974 is room temperature. It's supposed to be chilled.
I didn't remember that one, but that's funny. Was that Leslie Nielsen?
That was Leslie Nielsen.
Oh, what a character! What a great! Is he passed on? He's
Yes,
gone, right?
yes.
Long time,
We
no?
lost Leslie Nielsen, as we did lose. We've lost a handful. We've lost a handful of
Oh
people.
man, 2021.
2021,
has not
no.
spared anyone. There was no calendar thing that was going to happen that made it. It was
Yeah.
the same shit.
Wasn't gonna stop.
Wasn't going to stop.
People still gonna. That's it's kind of how it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Speaking of,
supposed to
we lost Queens lost a great guy, Tom Konchalski, Mr. Basketball.
Mr. Basketball. Yep.
What a phenomenal guy. He was very well loved. Liked. Almost sent my son to the Merchant Marine Academy. He was adamant on him going there. He was like, look, he's not big enough for D1. If he gets somewhere, he's not going to play. He knew
Right.
he knew what my son could do and couldn't
Right.
do, and he was known for that. And he's got a lot of kids the exposure they need, and then told a lot of kids that you ain't built for this, buddy.
Well, just like he was real.
He didn't have an agenda.
He was real. He didn't have an
right.
agenda. His whole goal was this is what's best for these kids.
Yeah, he
And
didn't-
yes, and so and I think one of the things we've gotten away from hard truths. We've gotten away from say, look, maybe you're just not as talented as you think you could be. Would you like some more?
Sure. Yeah. So I mean, the question happens is who's next? Like who
Yeah.
We lose these icons.
Yeah.
And we don't have anybody coming in the rear, which is scary.
Yeah.
Because everyone's watching and no one's
doing.
No one's doing. And so there was talks of, oh, well, maybe it's, Maurice Wingate who does hoops.net.
Okay.
Again, he has a program. He has he sells papers. He sells. Right. So there won't be this unbiased vision of how and how do you get kids help. He's a media guy. Like he's an outlet guy. So Jay Wright, you know of
head coach Villanova. Villanova basketball.
GQ down. Everybody loves this guy.
Got his own line, right? Got his own.
So apparently, I thought so, but his tailor's renowned tailor. I forgot the guy's name. I don't want to mess it up. But he just passed away.
Okay.
And Jay Wright was like grief stricken, like dude, this there's no one else. Like his son didn't take the reign. No one,
Well, that's you mentioned that, and it's an issue not only just in those venues, but in things like craftsmanship.
Yes.
Somebody, a guy I know, Eric Brown, we probably know him as DJ Dogtime. Basically posted an article in which the one where they're begging for people, they're begging for no, it's trades? Not that. Basically, the notion that if you were a tradesman, you would basically there are no tradesmen anymore,
right?
And that the average tradesman is now like over 50 years old.
Correct.
The average electrician, plumber and stuff like that, and so there's a lot of people who are doing this work now. I know I'm in the process of dealing with a lot of them because they're helping me do our house. But a lot of them are saying that there's nobody behind them. Yeah, there's nobody behind them. There's no like 24-year-old.
Yeah, they're not teaching the kids to
learning the stuff so that they can move into that spot, and that's a huge issue. Yeah, because we could talk about all these great opportunities you have in digital media and all that stuff and it's great, but let's face it, that's when shit's broke, who you gonna call?
No, that which you can't do yourself, you'll pay for it.
Right,
you'll pay for it, right.
and that's value, and that's another thing that people don't understand. That's what value is. When people don't understand, we kind of like jumbling up on this thing, and that's kind of like my fault. But we talked before about like getting $15 an hour to work at McDonald's. Right. Right. Okay, so if I got to give you $15 an hour to work at McDonald's, then that means I can't give money to somebody else who might be of more value to you. Correct. Anybody can go work at McDonald's. Not everybody can go. So if your skill is working at McDonald's, that usually means that you're not going to get X amount of dollars. But if your skill is a plumber or an electrician and whatnot, that's something in demand. You can actually negotiate your salary. Right. You can negotiate your dollar.
And of course, this is the fear of where the isms come in, where Marxism and communism and all these capitalisms and all these isms is that it can't just be, one way. It has to have, the people have the right to negotiate and build a better mousetrap, so to speak. And I worked harder than I should be rewarded for my hard work. Right. I think what happened, and again, this is just speculation, I think what happened is the guys who got it easy, that kind of inherited, $80 million and then stepped in shit or got lucky, and their business, and they didn't put in the work like the McDonald's kid. Right. They're often looked at as like they didn't earn it. Right. And it's not fair. Correct. It's not fair. Correct. It's not fair to say they didn't earn it, and your merit has nothing to do with his inheritance. Granted, you didn't pick which nut hole to come out of, right? And
it had nothing to do with you. So
nothing to do with you. So shake of the dice. Your soul got put into the loser from Bed-Stuy, and you got to make it happen. It happens.
Yes, it does happen. Yes, it does happen.
It's happening everywhere, but it's not the person. The receiver of good fortune.
No, it's not the receiver of good fortune. And it also, what we also forget is that same, you could have also been the product of the nut who grew up in a North Korean freaking labor camp.
This is true.
So,
this is true. So I think you got it well off.
so let's
Do with that
you
next
know,
time.
yes, could it be better? Absolutely. I don't
Always
think
can.
everybody's lot in life can be better.
Yeah, 100%.
But we forget, and I think we talked about this last time when we talked about people who don't travel. It could be a hell of a lot fucking worse.
Sure is. Sure
And
can be.
unless you understand that it can be worse. Those are the people who I think cry for, hey, everybody should make $15 an hour.
Yes.
Everybody should
that's
because there's
what I
no
was getting to.
understanding that this shit could be a hell of a lot worse. It's actually better. There's actually a lot of data saying that as we started implementing the minimum wage, it actually reduced opportunities for people in poorer communities who traditionally tend to be black and Latin. It actually reduced those opportunities because that owner is
100%.
that owner is saying, okay, well, if I got to give you X amount of dollars, you need to come with a certain skill.
Right.
I can't give you money to train you.
Right.
But
You
this
gotta come
person
with it.
has you right. You got to come with
Got to
it.
come with it. So there's no learning on the job anymore.
Right.
There's no merit system that it shows you escalation.
Sweat equity, little.
Right. Exactly. And there's no way for you to advance because you've learned and you've learned the trade and now you become a master at it and you work as an apprentice. So you're right. Dog is right with when you find that these things don't exist anymore. And if they do, they're in very minute portions, but they're not dumping guys into the industry. Yeah. They're not a bunch of like all these mechanic guys that I see. If they are skilled, there's a couple of guys that we know that are, like one guy's like a foreign car specialist. Well, he worked somewhere and didn't like the fact that his boss was making all the money and he was just getting a salary, and he started doing his own shit, But now he's so much out there and he's just unreliable. It's like, I'll come tomorrow. Yeah, he got so much business, and so you don't get that stability of a facility. Or it's either or.
Well, it's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off.
It's a very fine trade-off. But if there were more guys like him out there, you'd have more choices.
Yeah.
You'd have more opportunity.
Well, it's funny to me how and this actually goes back now to what we were talking about with your dude who owned the restaurant. It goes back to, you know what, that's how the market works.
Yes.
Like, if you don't like it, then you are more than willing to go and
shop around
and go somewhere else.
You better shop around.
So if you want to go into this restaurant, but the only thing you have are hoodies and Timbs and whatnot, and they got a problem with you wearing hoodies and Timbs in this restaurant, okay, fine.
Yeah.
You can go. You don't have to patron there.
Right.
You can go patron somewhere else.
Right.
And if enough people do that,
There'll be a
maybe
place for
this
that.
person will say,
Let me open a hoodie.
maybe I
and
need to relax the criteria a little bit and stuff like that.
Or just diversify and have that, if there's a need for it like anything else. I mean, it's kind of how this country was built, supply and demand.
Yeah.
Need, want, and reality. Like,
Yes.
hey, we need this, we should have that. Or if you can't do that, you got to build it yourself. And there's...
Build a better mousetrap.
Yeah, indeed. But funny how, people just, like we said, people just crave people crave that, how you say, like that culture where they just, no matter what is, man, this place is snob. You posted it and you said talking, wait, say it, how did you say it?
Talking proper is not talking white. We
Yeah.
need to unlearn that shit.
Right. It's a very big fact that people just crave that mentality that, oh, you're trying to be white.
Yeah.
You sound white. You talk white.
I got it. I got it all my life.
All my life I got that.
All my life I got it.
I've been living with that stigma, and it's horrible. It really feels shitty when it comes from somebody you don't...
When it comes from somebody who you think is
smart,
quote unquote your people.
Yeah, yeah.
It hurts, like I don't know how you felt when you were growing up. I mean, you had a closer knit of friends, so
Right.
You were connected more to other people. I wasn't.
Yeah.
So there was always like this thing where I wasn't light enough to be white, and I wasn't dark enough to be black.
Yeah.
So I kind of like played like in the middle, and sort of like got punished for being like whoever my authentic self was.
Right.
And so, I spent some time trying to be this thing, and that shit didn't work out. And I spent some time trying to be this thing, and
Very
that
hard
shit
to do.
didn't work out. And it took me a long time to realize, you know what? Fuck all y'all.
Right.
I'm just going to be me. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And then, you can hang with me or not, and if not, hey, God bless. It took me a long time to get there. It took me a long time to get there.
In Bed-Stuy for you. There's a place in Do or Die Bed-Stuy for you, and I keep referencing that for no reason at all other than my Citizen app keeps ringing off and some guy getting shot in Bed-Stuy.
Oh man,
I have to turn this thing off.
What is it? The Citizen app?
Citizen app. You familiar with it?
No.
So Citizen app is basically it's kind of like I don't know, like kind of like a police scanner almost.
Okay.
But it's by the people.
Okay.
So think of it as a Waze for crime. Like, ooh, there's a guy getting
This
shot
happened
over
here,
here.
and that happened
There's
here.
a guy
Okay.
getting
All
stabbed there. There's a guy, and it's proximity too to where you are. So you kind of like, hey, don't go down 57th Street.
Okay,
There's a guy fighting.
Because that was going to be my question. So is the idea to say, hey, if you hooked onto this thing, it'll let you know, hey, there's some shit going on here.
Yes.
If you're in this area, don't go here. Okay.
Yes. Or vice versa. If you see something, say something, and you can pull out your Citizen app and film it, and
Okay.
and it gets to the right people.
Okay.
Whereas you're not so much quote unquote snitching.
Okay.
But you're at least, hey, there's a fire here. Somebody better come here.
Mm-hmm.
Since people are so addicted to pulling out their phone instead of calling 911.
So calling 911.
They tape it.
Or actually helping.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
When
Whoa.
they could.
Well, yeah, that happened. I saw in the city, they were beating this fucking hobo up. I mean, just beating the shit out of him. And everyone was, yo, looking at the guy. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, damn. And I myself said, shit. I was like, yo, chill. Like, leave the guy.
Right.
Leave him alone. Whatever he doesn't deserve to be beaten in public.
Didn't deserve to be beaten in public. And he probably did it to one person. So maybe there's one person there that owes him an ass whipping. Not 6 of you.
Right. And it was just so weird that everyone just filmed the shit and just kind of like, this poor guy was getting his shit handed to him. He probably said something to somebody's girlfriend or something. I don't know what he did. Whatever it was, I don't think he deserved the public humiliation or public beatdown.
Most of the time it's not. I mean, unless, unless somebody like physically accosts you or physically, gets to, bothers your wife or your family, it's almost better to just, put that shit in your back pocket and just leave.
Well, I
don't know we don't know what he did, so who knows?
Well, whatever he did, again, the opposite person had to have a fragile ego.
Yeah.
Had to be if words can make you touch somebody and hurt someone or get you off your rocker.
Yeah.
And granted, we've all been at a breaking point too.
We've all
you
been
don't
at
know
there,
where
yeah.
the person. I don't know if you saw this this shoveling murder that happened with
Shoveling?
shoveling snow. A guy was shoveling snow, and his neighbor they were arguing with each other
Across the street?
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that.
What a fucking
That's hard. It's horrible.
horrible.
Oh my god.
And at some point, this guy reached a point of no return,
Yeah.
killed himself.
Yes.
At the end of it, and but my thing is, just kill yourself. Like, why put other people?
Why put other
If
people?
you're
Yeah.
at that breaking point,
Kill yourself first.
go out the window. Hey, motherfuckers, I'm gonna kill myself.
We should.
Boom.
All religions should say, "Hey, look, if you are going to kill somebody and then kill yourself, but you decide to kill yourself first, we'll let you get to the head of the line, and then we'll negotiate your case then. Just please don't kill other
Don't
people,
kill other people and then kill yourself.
and then kill yourself.
What
Yeah,
what a
yeah.
waste. What
That
a
was the
waste.
do, and the interesting thing about that is, if that would have happened maybe an hour earlier or an hour later, it might not have
Went that far?
come to that, because the person, well, just like the way, just think of how you are. Like if something happens at a certain time for you,
Yeah. Okay. I got
you will go off.
Yeah.
Now, if that happens later, maybe you're thinking a little bit clearer. Maybe you're saying it's not worth it
Yeah.
to get involved with it and stuff like that. No, but this dude, whatever the argument was, they kept coming at him. Dude walked out in the middle of the street. Dude walked back in his thing, grabbed a gun, shot both
Him and his
of them.
wife. And went back and got another gun.
Oh, did he get another one?
He went and got an AR and just came out and do, like unloaded, like really flipped and shot a dead body on the ground.
Yeah, shot that. That was horrible.
Oh, horrible. But I say this to say, like, you're right with that comment, because when my car got stolen at the train station, they took my truck, and I'm calling. I'm like, close the bridges.
You're pissed, exactly.
Shut everybody.
Get the copters out.
Yeah, like go find this guy. Like, what the fuck? He can't have gone too far. The glass is sitting right where I parked the car. The cop, dude, they took almost 4 hours to come.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
And the cop told me, I said, what the fuck? So I'm calling, I'm doing my Sal Rosenstein voice. I'm trying to make him seem like I'm a white guy and hurt, needing, well, I'm sorry. I'm out here and I'm getting frightened. I'm afraid. There's people coming out of the trains. These motherfuckers, the dude said to me very point blank, was like, we gave you time to think about if this is what you're going with. If this is the story you're going with. I was pissed, bro. I was so mad that I was like, wait, what the fuck? And he said, dude, man, people don't steal cars no more. Like, oh, really? What the fuck am I doing?
What the fuck am I doing here standing here with broken glass on the goddamn
broken
floor?
Glass. No, did you show you parked here? Did you show you didn't have tickets? Did you sure? You sure? And I was so mad. I was just like, oh my god. First of all, the truck it wasn't even like a 1995 Blazer, Chevy Blazer. There's no fuck. It wasn't. It was mine. That's what it was.
Exactly, it's yours.
It was mine.
It's your property, right?
Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna report you guys. I'm thinking I'm going to tell the chief and tell him all this stuff. And he was like, he said, most of these cases are fraudulent. They, people do some weird shit. And then he said, oh, well, no problem. We'll just, there's cameras around here, so we'll check on the cameras. And I said, great, fucking great. Then find the guy, Close the bridge, close everything. Put an ABB out for
4 hours. That dude, he chopped that shit up.
Dude, I'm like, I was so mad at that answer that, like, come on, man. Like, you gave me 4 hours to think about it. Like, really? Why didn't come and do the stuff and then tell me, hey, listen, this is your option.
Yeah.
Anyway, these things happen. But if you're gonna do it first. And you get a credit, as according to my brother.
Yeah, you should get a credit.
You get a credit upstairs.
You should get an angel credit, and they just say, we'll move you ahead.
Yeah.
You killed yourself rather than killing a couple people? Oh, okay. Well, that shows, you got some compassion. I mean, you ain't going nowhere, but at least, I'll listen. You'll listen
a little closer.
I'll listen to you first.
I'll
listen to you first.
So did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did watch the Super Bowl.
Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy. Well, I enjoyed it to the point where it just became clear that this Tampa Bay's dominating. So, and they dominated. Did you see that little graph that they made? They made a graph.
No, I didn't.
The quarterback movement.
Oh,
somebody made a graph of quarterback movement,
like a shot movement,
So they just pretty much made a graph as to this is how much Tom Brady moved during the game.
Probably exerted no effort.
No effort. It's like in a box like this.
A band. Yes. It stays in the pocket.
Right. This is how much Patrick Mahomes moved, and it's like wide, and it's like it's huge. And they estimated he ran like some 420 yards when he had the ball in his hands as the quarterback, and that's the difference right there.
That's the difference. Yeah.
I'm
sure that stat will be used now. Like someone will take that stat and go, "Wait, we need to fix this shit."
If that's
Because, but the fact that I think him and like Roethlisberger are the only two guys that really stay in like that little pivot area where they can just hang out in the pocket. I don't see Roethlisberger running. Patrick Mahomes runs the other way so far, and then
he's a tremendous athlete.
Yeah.
And so you don't
right.
But if he has to,
he can.
He can do it. But you don't want him doing that. It's just, everybody talks about like Tom Brady. Well, the thing about Tom Brady is you got to get him off his spot. Well, that's with every quarterback. You got to get every quarterback off his spot. I think that would work for any of them. But Tom Brady is just another. He's just one of those dudes where like everything he does is right, and you can't give him. You can't. I said that the moment you give him a touchdown, you lost. You got to make him fight for it, and they weren't able to do it, and he showed you why he's the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean,
props to that, props to that Tampa Bay defense too. The Tampa Bay defense, they shut down. When you look at the playoffs, they shut down 3 of the best quarterbacks in the game right now.
Really,
Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, and then Patrick Mahomes. Yeah.
Man, what a fantastic! How did you watch any of? I know you're not a celebratory guy. Did you watch the halftime show?
No.
The Weeknd?
No, I didn't.
This fucking guy.
I didn't even know who he was. I heard.
Oh, really?
I didn't. I don't know who I didn't know who The Weeknd was. My wife had to remind me.
Oh.
she knows, and that didn't even. When I heard the song, then okay, I know.
Yeah, you
just
know,
do-
one or two
Right.
records that he's done.
But I've never given a shit about a The only halftime show I cared about was when Prince did the halftime show. I can't remember when that was, like 2007,
that was insane.
something like that.
Was it that long ago? Oh, was it 07?
I don't know.
It was somewhere around
I don't
that
know,
time. Yes.
but just that's the only halftime show that I gave a shit about.
That was badass. That
was a good show,
That was
yes.
a purple fucking. I had a pair of purple underwear on. I think that was pretty good. Now, did you hear that they were pulling ads from the boss, Mr. Bruce Springsteen?
Really?
Yeah, he was involved in a DWI.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and they decided to pull his ads because they thought it was sending the wrong message and
I'm
saying
such a fucking moral fucking
Compass.
police, man.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah, and also the what was the other chief's guy, the son?
Oh, yeah, he
Was
yeah.
also involved in some.
That
of
was that was jacked up because he
well,
was
they hurt
involved in
kids.
where kids got killed in a traffic accident.
Did they die?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And so he's matter of fact, I think he still is under investigation.
Said he had a few.
Possibly, yeah.
He said it.
He said it?
He said it. He
Okay.
said I had one or two drinks.
Okay.
He confessed.
Yeah.
He told him I had maybe 2 or 3
Okay.
beers.
All right.
Or something, and it was an icy road or something like that, and one of those crazy. But man, these people, like in Dallas, there was a 100-some-odd car pileup.
Really?
5 people died
Ah.
in a motor because they had snow and they're not really good drivers.
Yeah, they're not. They
when they don't
freak
get
out.
it. George is the same way.
Yes. I saw pictures. This was a couple years ago where there was like a snowstorm that came through the southeast.
Yeah.
And there were people who didn't leave the location. They all decided they're going to stay at this 7-Eleven
Tough it out, huh?
and tough it out. And you look at the weather report, and they had, I think it was 2 inches of snow.
2 inches, yeah.
To which you and I would go, that's okay.
Dude, I could skate to work. I
Exactly.
mean, I could walk.
I can
through
walk.
this, yeah.
I'll walk it if I don't want to drive. So yeah. So it's definitely a matter of
Yeah,
of,
George
of
is
perspective.
George is like that. They freak out when it's raining. It's cold rain and oh, I can't go anywhere. The school should close. Man.
Yeah,
We've
it's
gotten
all-
so
it's
so
all
weak
perspective.
over them. Over the
It's
time,
all perspective. Meanwhile, we got hit twice.
man.
3 times. Well, this last one I wouldn't say it was like another like dusting.
Oh, that was the dusting.
Like
that was just
last, like,
that was a little extra
2
icing
inches.
on top of your
Yeah,
donut,
remind
know.
you. Yeah.
But so remember last time I spoke of doing the snow blowing and the neighborhood or whatever else. So kind enough, dude. This side.
You did it.
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I did, my normal because,
Bless you,
like
yeah.
I said, I have a full tank of gas. I'm ready to go. I can't wait to fucking just keep mowing through. My neighbor on this side decides he wants to do the whistle. Yo, right here, like, oh, really? You want service? Like, you're gonna? I do it out of kindness.
Yes.
Don't make it my job now.
Exactly.
So then he goes, "Oh, I knew you couldn't hear me because of the machine or whatever else," and he was trying to get my attention. Really, he wasn't being an asshole, but I thought the whistle was a little too much. Like the yo. I don't do yos very well.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't do it. Like,
Yes.
I make it a point when someone says yo to not look
To
back.
not look back. Right.
It's almost like the beeping of the horn. I'm gonna go slower.
It's like I want to force you to at least be like decent.
Excuse
like
me.
excuse me,
Right.
pardon me, sir, or this.
Or
yeah.
you run up and say hi, hello, and hey,
Yeah,
I'm
put
your
some
neighbor.
effort into it,
Put some
goddammit.
effort into it. The motherfucker did the, which I'm also pissed at because I can't do it. I can't do the. I never could.
I know what you mean. I can't do it either.
I never could do the fucking
Yeah.
whistle.
Yeah.
I hate people that can do it. So he said, "Listen, could you help me? Mind doing it? I really appreciate it." I said, "Sure, no problem." Came through. I did one pass, second pass, and then he came with, "Yo, can you get the driveway? Can you?" He started giving me a little too much description. I was like, "Listen," I said, "I'm make a pass, but let me take care of mine first, and then I'll come back and do you, blah blah blah." And he said, "No problem." Handed me a big bottle of Johnny Walker Black.
Okay.
Okay, I can do yours
Okay.
right now. No, I'm not a fan of the whiskey and the big brown stuff, but it was a nice
But
gesture.
the gesture,
Yes.
the gesture is a nice thing, and that's what we talked about before we did that.
Yes.
You know, make
Well,
a
that's why I brought
gesture.
it back up.
The lady who got you a hot chocolate,
Yes.
or whatever. That's the gesture. Now you don't feel like an ass doing it.
By the way, she came back and offered to do my laundry.
You're gonna have to. Okay, you're gonna have to like not do her house now because you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, and then and by the way,
This is a movie.
yeah, because now she said, "Don't tell my husband." Like,
Oh yeah, this is a
and
movie.
I was like, wait. I heard a big fucking snowblower making all kinds of noise. Come on, there's no fucking thing. She said, "Well, I told my husband I got it. I took care of it. Don't you know?" I said, the thing is red.
Yes.
Big fucking red snowblower.
I can't hide.
Right, I'm not hiding it, and I don't want any parts of this
Whatever issue you have with
telling
hubby.
your husband that you did it and whatever else. I said, then tell him you paid me. You know, then tell him.
Okay, yeah.
You know, if
Tell
that's
him you
the
gave
thing-
me $50 and
Yeah, I gave me $50.
But now
and-
she wants to do your laundry.
She said, please, I'll do anything. I said, listen, don't do anything. I said, pay it forward.
Uh-huh.
That's how I live. We'll take care of it. She said, I'm great. I do laundry. I can fold it. I do everything. I do your whole house laundry. Trust me. And I was like, you go back in your fucking... And I'm never going to go do your shit again. I really don't want to do her thing anymore because she's...
Woo!
And I'm like, no, I don't care to.
There's an episode. There's an episode on Pornhub for that. That's a.
brown chicken.
There you go. Boom, chicka, bow. Oh my God! Thank you for doing it so much. Why don't you come inside and I can fold your laundry? Boom, chicka, bow, down, boom.
Talk about snow blower. I can blow your snow. What is that? Somebody's humming?
That's my phone.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
my
right.
phone.
Well, you know,
Let me answer it. Hold on.
yeah.
Hello. Hello.
You're a guest on this episode of Two Bros Podcast. Yeah, so
It's quite possible. Miles is like he's into the phones now.
Oh, really?
Like he can grab the phone and then you just start doing shit. So.
Wow, that's fun.
So now you're in an interesting spot now because now you're you do it and people recognizing you. You're getting some liquor. You're getting some offers for laundry.
Hey,
and what's going to happen next winter?
I don't know. But even my neighbor across the street was like, "I'm definitely getting one next year. You're having too much fun here." You know. I said, "Listen, man. You know, he's like everyone's talking about you, man. Like everybody's like." I'm like, "All right, man. What you guys went to synagogue and talked?"
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you guys had a meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy in the corner is,
Yeah.
give him a little something. He'll.
How about dropping? Well, no. How about dropping a card in the mailbox?
No, not gonna do it.
A thank you. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Have you caught any cinema? Any movies? Anything? No,
I
you've just
watched.
been so busy. Huh?
Yeah, I've been really busy. But I did watch on Netflix this thing about the Cecil Hotel, the murders at the Cecil Hotel.
Funny you brought this up.
Because I thought you
I've
would think
been
it interesting.
Well, I've been there.
You've been there.
I've
okay.
been there. We bid on the job.
When
there.
it was the Cecil Hotel, or was
Yeah.
as it because it's now something else now.
Yeah, it's what's been done. We still call it the Cecil Hotel because that's the name of it.
That's what you know what it is. You say
Yeah.
that, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Right, and Dr. Bourne, the owner of it is
He's
one
a
of our
New York
clients.
dude, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Richard Bourne. But it was so funny. You text me that
Mm-hmm.
because me and Tehran were up till 4 a.m. talking about Cecil Hotel.
Wow.
I didn't know there was a Netflix special on it though.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. It focuses around this one murder.
Yes.
This
Chinese
young lady. Yeah, this Asian lady.
Yep.
And it plays into the lore of the Cecil Hotel.
Yep.
I think when you understand what the Cecil Hotel is and where it is, I think a lot of those instances are kind of like explained away. Mm-hmm. It's really like a spot for nefarious people.
Right,
So,
right.
When you realize Richard Ramirez stayed there,
Super sketchy.
so it's okay. You mean the Night Stalker? Yes, he stayed there.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be no other explanation as to what the place is.
Tons of creepiness around it, and
Yeah.
when we went there because they were doing a renovation,
Mm-hmm.
and when the new name of the new brand is, and the story precedes itself, and it's like, wow, I'm fucking in a haunted place. Like
Yeah.
this is weird.
Yeah.
Like this lady. The video is weird.
Yes, it
The
is.
video is weird when she's looking
Yeah.
like she's talking to someone.
Yeah, but then and then this is what I find very
I gotta
interesting
check this one out. Yeah.
because we were so willing to attribute it to other shit
A ghost.
as opposed to realizing the reality of what it is.
Yeah.
Because towards the end of it, I don't want to. If you don't want me to spoil it for
But
you.
I know the story.
Okay,
I don't.
all right.
I did not see the doc. I know
Okay.
the story from hearing it from.
When you listen to the detectives and whatnot, they'll tell you, said, look, there was a lot of information that we didn't tell the public simply because it was sensitive in nature, and we wanted to make sure that as we get information in, that it matched certain things. So there were things that we deliberately did not say.
I see.
You know, and so, and then you listen, and all of these people on their YouTube channel and stuff like that, pretty much, they pretty much ruined the guy who there's a musician involved with this who they say, who a lot of people say, well, he killed her.
Yeah, he was living there. He was a resident there. He was.
No, he wasn't. That's the thing. He wasn't.
Oh.
He posted a video of him being at the Cecil Hotel. He's a guy, he does a lot of morbid videos. He does a lot of death metal tracks and stuff like that. He posts these videos of him, like, hunting girls and killing them and stuff like that. And so he's, but that's his shtick. That's his shtick.
Yeah.
You know, when you come to realize that, okay, he visited the Cecil Hotel a year before this incident happened, and when this incident happened, he wasn't even in the country. He was in
Mexico.
He was in Mexico recording his music.
Wow.
But the amount of, like, death threats he got and all that stuff like that,
Really?
he got, like, visited by the FBI and stuff. They're asking him questions. It threw this dude in a
deep space,
in a deep funk, and he just. And so, you know, lives were ruined simply by other people's speculation. And when you see this, doc, you're going to see people talk, and they're going to say certain things. To me, the question is, who the fuck are you? That's a
thing.
That's a valid thing.
Right. Yeah.
You know, well, why would this happen? Why is it like, who the fuck are you?
But that happens a lot. I mean,
Just like, why is, you know, like, you're the one who came up with this?
Right.
Well, I want to visit it. I want to look at it. Why?
Why?
What are you going to lend to us?
I see what you're saying. So you mean these were a bunch of circle jerks?
Just a bunch of people. Just people who all of a sudden they latched onto something.
I see.
And it became their mission to find out, who killed this girl? And,
okay, so everybody's a mythbuster now.
Yes,
Everybody's
a mythbuster. Well, when I looked at the video, I noticed that there was a foot over there. Yes, it's her fucking foot.
So no accreditation for these people? They didn't have any? They weren't any of any authority? They had none
whatsoever.
Psychological background?
Nothing.
Bored. They were just
Nothing.
bored?
Pretty much bored people. There was one dude who acknowledged that he got caught up in the sensationalism of it.
Okay.
And allowed himself to get caught up in the
deep.
The hype of it.
Oh, I see.
You know, and so he realizes where his mistake was. And this guy, he actually went a little bit farther because he actually, like, ordered court documents. He did a little bit more. He dug a little bit more. And when he realized what was going on, he himself said, you know what, I realized that I kind of, like, I went down a rabbit hole and didn't want to accept the fact that I went down a rabbit hole. So I had to justify the dumb shit. But it's an interesting doc.
I'll check it out. I want to check it out. Yeah. So funny that when you text me that, I said, how does... And so I immediately told my wife, because I just showed her your text, and I said, I want you to understand. So my wife thinks I'm crazy with how I put things together sometimes, and partially I am crazy. You know, partially I know that. I know how weird it can be. It's weird. I don't say crazy, but weird. So I said, okay, read this text, right? I'm not going to say anything. When Tehran comes in, say this to him. Just say this word. And she's like, I don't know, this is stupid. Why do you make me do this? What? And he said, and he fucking froze, turned white, and he said, why did you say that? And he said, well, your Uncle John just texted the Cecil Hotel. No word, no description. You didn't put any,
I didn't do anything else. I just said the Cecil Hotel, right.
And my son looked, and he said, this can't be. He said, it can't be. The fucking, you're really real on this. You know how to... I said, I didn't do it. I'm just telling you, the brain waves work mysteriously.
They can, yeah. They can.
It happens. There's a law of attraction that works some kind of weird way. I don't understand it.
Right.
But I'm telling you, it happened within hours of it. Now, if somebody could just do that with the fucking lotto numbers, I'd be on a fucking tear.
They'll do it, but they'll do it late.
Yeah, well, they just don't come... They don't come in the pattern, the right pattern.
Be careful, man. They got that. You do that shit online now, right?
I've learned to stop it.
Okay.
To put it away.
Okay.
I only play with free money.
What's free money?
When you make referrals to other people.
Oh.
And they sign up, you get $20. So
Okay, so you figure you got $20 to play with.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I play with, whenever someone else signs up, I take the free money and I play with that. I don't just overindulge myself.
All right.
Yeah, it just you'll go down that rabbit.
You will go down and you will keep.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so close. Oh, I was so. Like, how many times do you walk into a bodega and grab yourself, something to drink or maybe a candy bar or something like that, and there's somebody who's camped out in the fucking place.
They sit there and they watch the board. They watch the bouncy ball thing too. The one that boop, like at the yeah. I did win $100 on a Mega Millions ticket, which I was pissed at.
Why were you pissed that you won $100?
Because I shot my load. I won a Mega Million ticket. The lightning strikes once. It'll never happen.
Oh, okay.
And they only got $100 out of it, which was more than I paid.
That's $100. Did you get $100?
I got the cashier gave me $100. He
Okay,
gave me a crispy
all
$100 bill.
Now, did you do your civic duty and report your winnings to the Internal Revenue Service?
No. Hell to the no. I bought bottles for everyone. We had
People don't realize that those things don't exist in certain communities. They only exist in
which ones?
like lotto tickets and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, you can't go to the East Meadow.
Yeah, you're not going. Well, some places, but like if you Manhasset or some of they're not in there.
The affluent
Yeah,
neighborhoods.
they're not in there.
They're not in there.
You know,
You are correct.
There are a lot of businesses you don't find payday loans in some neighborhoods.
That's
That's another thing.
the dumbest thing ever.
It is, and it hampers. I mean, I got caught up in that. I got caught up in doing payday loans, and went, oh wait a minute, they give you money for it, but okay, I'll just do it. And then I realized, wait a minute, that means I'm always owing somebody more than what I fucking have.
Just wait till you get your check.
And so
Wait.
it's
whatever's. Listen, I get it, and some people are at the point of no return. They just feel like that there's a huge anxiety that we talked about this before about paying bills and for what you owe versus what you're getting, and that anxiety can be damaging, very dangerous and detrimental to your health. I mean, it makes you.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah,
you think the walls are closing in. You think someone's waiting for you outside. And
Yep.
I had a debt collector call. I had a bill from the old house, PSE and
PSE&G. Okay.
and the lady was like trying to thug me out over the phone because I always answered. I'd never
Right.
like hide.
You never hide.
I don't have it. I'm sorry. She said, "What do you mean? I said I don't have it." So she said, "Well, can you get it? Can you borrow it?" Like she would
Right.
really go. And I said, "Ma'am, I didn't have it then. I don't have it now. So, hi, like we can do this." She said, "But you have to pay it. I said I can't pay you what I don't have." And I said, I have a split decision to make between getting something to eat or paying this bill. I'm sorry. So she just goes on and on. She's like, "Well, don't you care that this is going to be reported to you?" I said, "Ma'am, you could tell whoever you wanted to, but tell them that I don't have it to give it to you." She said, "You don't have a friend? You don't have a..." I said, "What's your name again?" Yolanda. She said, "Hi, would you like to loan me the money to..." She said, "No." I was like, well, there you go.
Well, there you go. That's it. You could have helped me out.
You could have helped me out. See how this works? I love talking to the telemarketers.
I
and
do.
the people. I just
I
drive.
do.
them
I
fucking
make it a game now.
nuts. You have to.
It's now a game.
You have to.
It's now a
'Cause
game. Oh my God! You mean my insurance is gonna lapse on my car? I'd love to take care of this. Please tell me. I really don't want to get in any trouble. Am I going to get in trouble if this happens?
I love it. I just enjoy it. It's so
I
much
do
fun
it.
to me, and
I love,
Since you wasted the time, the solar guys.
Yeah.
I love the solar guys.
Oh, I see them. I'm in Home Depot a lot, and those motherfuckers are in there all the goddamn time.
They won't stop. And I told the guy, I said, "What happens when the snow on the roof? Am I going to lose power?" And he said, "No. Well, then you use regular." So what's the fucking point? It goes out.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, you gotta. It's an alternative, and it'll help lower your bill. But now you have a new bill to
help
lease
me
the
lower
equipment."
the other bill. Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Sounds a little stupid to me, but
It's one of those things where like you either have to rent it, to which you owe somebody for life for it, or you buy it, to which it will take you probably the course of your son's life to reap the benefit of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, it's just
You
weird.
know, so
I just don't get it. I mean, people are just so, they're into the. I guess it's a job. I mean, it's something you gotta.
it's a job, and I guess there's some validity to it, but that's it's another one of those things where everybody thinks they know what they tried to do that in Germany,
Yeah.
in which they converted a lot of things to solar, and what they found was they actually burned more fuel because the solar was unreliable at certain times, and so when it becomes unreliable, you had to kick in the coal-fired plants, and then doing that, put more shit in the atmosphere because you're starting it cold, and so it actually, like I think we don't realize that things have a trickle down that we kind of have to account for, and we're not willing to account for it. We're not willing to say that, okay, this. These things could happen, and it's kind of evident these things can happen.
I mean, it's happened before. Why wouldn't it happen again?
Yeah.
But the thing I'm most disappointed with the Mr. John Kerry. I mean, what's his name? Kerry, the weatherman. Now he's
I don't know. The
Senator,
weatherman?
Senator.
Kerry?
Yeah.
Senator Kerry?
What is he? Senator?
Bob Kerry? John Kerry?
One of those Kerrys. Long face. He's got a
Okay,
long
yes.
face. Looks like he takes extra long to shave. A fucking long fucking face. Yeah. He's designated as the weather or the climate control task force.
Oh, okay,
Climate
okay,
control
okay,
czar,
okay,
whatever.
all right.
And
Yeah, good luck with that.
the numbers that they ran, and I hate to talk politics again on this subject, but they ran the numbers saying, and some guy in the reporting, when they asked questions, he like literally punked them and was like, so he says, just look at what we spent on all these other things like, Katrina. He gave like numbers from Katrina and this and that. He was like, wait a minute. So you guys are going to stop hurricanes? You're going to stop these things from happening? So we don't need the $9 trillion to replace after a hurricane. We'll have this new czar is going to you're going to take care of this now. You're going to tell them stop.
Hey, no more.
Right.
Knock it off.
We already know we know you're coming. So
knock it off.
Knock it off. I don't get it. There's no rhyme. I don't see the action plan behind it. I mean, I get it. You want to have a force that's pro planet,
I am almost of the mindset. Anytime somebody wants to dip into your pocket, it is bullshit.
Yeah, it's a creative way to fucking.
Anytime somebody is willing to say, hey, we need to do more here, like the bullshit antenna goes up.
Right.
And it's like, no, this sounds like bullshit to me. Because now you're asking me to dip more in.
And I should be happy about it.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Boogeyman's coming.
It's going to change the climate. It said no.
Well, Warren Buffett said it best. He says if people weren't afraid of accidents, and he says, and all the other things that happen, calamity, etc., insurance wouldn't be what it is. It wouldn't be the big.
True.
People would just have this fear, like, wait, I'm not gonna get out of this thing.
True.
Like, I'm gonna lose my house. Everything's gonna go down the tubes.
Yeah.
I better be insured. And so, what do? And then it became law. It's like now it's law. And
It's law. You have to. The only
what, Wisconsin? One of those.
I think there's a couple of states in which you don't have to have insurance. Iowa's one of them.
Montana.
You're probably right.
Montana, they say you don't need insurance. You can. It's welcome, but you don't have to have it.
Do you know that life insurance is the only insurance that's not mandated?
It's weird.
It's like I don't get some of these fucking decisions they make. Like they're doing the shit with the coronavirus now, and people getting you're on a fucking list. First of all, I don't understand why we're not upset that they came up with a fucking list.
Right.
Isn't that's a list?
Yeah.
So the government has a list of who should and should not. Doesn't this sound fucking eerily
Orwellian?
Yes. Shouldn't our fucking antenna be up?
Yeah.
About this?
It's true.
You know?
There is some weird ambiguity that comes behind this of.
And wait a minute, our least vulnerable citizens are not at the top? So people of a certain age who have comorbidities, those people are not at the top of the list?
I just think they just. You say this all the time. There's too much grab.
Yeah, there's too
much power grabs happening. They should be doing less. They should be getting away from certain things and saying, we give the people who need it. We have like the government side of it should be to our veterans and our people that served in the war. Help those people. Help them.
Yes.
They served you. They worked for you.
Yes.
They're your employee. Your ex-employees.
They worked for you. They did your bidding.
Right.
You sat in a room and said,
Right.
we'll kill them.
Right.
You, go kill them.
Right. So government, you want to, again, we said this before, you work for the government, you should have government health care. You should go to the VA. You should go to, you shouldn't go to the expensive doctor and drives up the cost.
Yes, you should be taken care of.
You should be taken care of.
Yes.
And now you'll see what it's like for these fuckers who come home and they can't even get a doctor's appointment.
Oh man, it's a shame.
It's a shame. And so if you want to build that up for the amount of people that work for you, do that.
Apparently every 74 hours a veteran commits suicide.
That's a terrible number.
That's just a horrible. Ugh.
It's a terrible number. Any suicide is terrible.
No,
I mean,
yeah,
for you
absolutely.
to think it's just so bad that you got to just...
Except for the people who kill themselves before they kill somebody else.
Okay, that guy gets the credit.
That guy gets credit. And you can go up to the front of the line and plead your case.
Yeah, if you're at the edge of doing that, you're the guy.
We'll let you go up front.
Yep.
If you're going to kill somebody but decide to kill yourself first, all right.
Extra set of wings.
Extra set of wings. We'll paste them on. Or we'll put a Post-it note on your...
You get hot wings.
Put a Post-it note on your envelope.
You get sauce on your wings.
You get extra sauce. You want that on the side? You get it on the side, because you didn't kill some...
Right. You took care of yourself first.
You took care of yourself and you didn't hurt anybody
Put your
else.
mask on first and then help someone else.
Oh,
man, this has been fun, man. I'm going to get out of here.
Good to get back.
Yeah, man, absolutely. This has been Two Bros Podcast, episode 122.
We'll check that.
I think it is 122. Peace, party people. See you later.